meteorologist Paul Douglas.
Seattle offering one at 250 INTR. Offerman.
Buy him, Anna.
Chaos once again in the Piper Jaffray trading room in downtown Minneapolis. That's as stock prices rock violently all day on a sea of uncertainty after yesterday's record drop. Good evening. Paul Majors joins us later. Wall Street proves tonight what goes down must come back up in a roller coaster day.
A wild day on Wall Street again, but this time the Dow ends in the plus column.
Last night, the final figures on the Dow Jones Industrial Average weren't counted until well after 9 p.m. Tonight, the preliminary Dow Jones Industrial Average shows the market closing at 1841.01, a rise of 102.27. Volume fell short of yesterday's record at 603 million shares. The fury on Wall Street sent foreign markets scrambling. A frenzy of selling and some buying started the day on the Tokyo market, the largest in the world. Markets in Germany and London were the same, and Hong Kong decided to close its market for the rest of the week.
It was another volatile day, as we've said, on Wall Street, but without yesterday's record plunge. Business editor Mary Stuckey is here with the day's financial activity on tonight's Dollars and Cents. Mary?
Well, Kevin, most people say we're not out of the woods yet. Though the market closed up, it was mainly thanks to blue chip stocks. Losers still outnumbered gainers overall. The day started on the upside, and as John Stone reports, that meant frantic optimism for local traders.
Okay. Yeah, Ken.
Piper Jaffray began the morning where it left off last night, frenzied. But there was one major difference.
Yesterday, the feeling in Piper Jaffray was that stocks would continue to fall. But soon after trading began this morning, the stock market picked up.
By 9, a half hour after the market opened, the Dow was up 126 points, a significant increase for even a full day of trading.
Seattle offering one at 250 INTR. Offerman.
Buy him, Anna. Sold to Kevin.
Stocks were bought and sold. Their value rose. So did the traders' optimism.
The Fed came in with a one-sentence statement saying they were going to make liquidity available to the marketplace. We had two banks, both the chemical and marine and Midland, dropped the prime back from 9 3/4 to 9 1/4, and the market has responded very nicely to it.
By 9:30, the market rose over 190 points.
Bing, bing, bing. Go right down and go right back the same way if we went out to take it.
But the traders said they doubted today's gains would make up for yesterday's loss. And by 10 this morning, the Dow picked up where it left off yesterday, heading down, beginning a roller coaster ride that lasted all day. John Stone, News 11, Minneapolis.
Much to the relief of those traders around the country, the market managed to close in the plus column, with some blue chip firms actually buying up their own stock out of concern over its price. By the closing bell, preliminary figures showed the Dow up 102 with a tremendous volume of 600 million shares. But, and this is important, losers still outnumbered gainers overall by an estimated 13-5, all of which seems to suggest that this will remain a volatile, uncertain market. Experts have differing opinions about what the future holds.
Again, there's the fundamentals out there to suggest that it's a disaster.
Stock market has typically been, although it's predicted lots of recessions that didn't happen, it's also predicted virtually everyone that did. And this is a fairly large one.
President Reagan met with his policy advisors this afternoon and emerged to tell reporters that he's concerned but reassured by actions like that of the Federal Reserve Bank, which promised today to inject whatever money is needed to support the market. Both gold and silver went down today on the New York commodity market. Gold closed today at $463.20 an ounce, down $18.50. And silver also dropped, closing at $7.21 an ounce, down 98 cents. And in another significant market-related development, the DART Group says it will not attempt to take over the Dayton-Hudson Corporation because of the current market condition. DART will attempt to sell its remaining stock. Today, Dayton-Hudson stock closed down $2.25 a share at $27.75. Overall, local gains or losses. Minnesota Mining was the biggest gainer. Its stock is worth more than $4 over yesterday's close, and Ecolab lost the most ground. Its stock dropped $3.57. And in business notes tonight, as we reported, Chemical Bank and Marine Midland Bank lowered their prime lending rates to 9.25%. Founder of Comb Industries will pay a $4,000 fine for allegedly diverting power from NSP. And housing starts soared 4.4%, the largest gain in 9 months. I suppose the optimists will point to that as another sign that the markets remain strong despite all this volatility.
Been pretty busy.
Yes.
Thanks,
More at 10.
Wall Street's nosedive has taken a bite out of Wisconsin pension investments. The state investment board says they lost $1.5 billion of their $7 billion stock investment. But the Wisconsin board says there's no need to worry since the pension fund has $1 billion in reserve and there is still an opportunity for the market to go up. The wild market is really painful for investors who watch other people's money. Ed Melgren oversees the pension plan for his family's company, and he has 50 employees to worry about.
I've talked the employees into investing fairly large chunks of their personal income into this, and I feel very responsible for what kind of results we'll get.
His stock dropped 15% in value, but he's waiting before selling.
One Annandale man may not have to worry about his financial future if the Twins become World Series champs. News 11's Bernie Grace reports on a couple that's 2 victories away from cash.
Mark and Laurel Miller sell jewelry in Annandale, but it's not these rings that have the Millers excited these days. It's this little piece of paper. It's a betting receipt from a Las Vegas casino. Last March, the Millers, given 50-1 odds, bet $20 the Twins would win the World Series.
I wanted him just to go for the division, and he said, if you're going to go all the way. So I'm still holding my breath.
My only regret now is that I didn't bet more, but this is better than nothing.
But Mark Miller and his wife didn't place that bet. No, when they were in Vegas, they didn't like the odds on the Twins, so they didn't bet. But when they got back to Annandale, they decided they wanted to place a bet on the Twins. And they heard this realtor was going to be going to Vegas, so they gave him $20. Well, now you can imagine this realtor is taking some ribbing for placing a bet that may win Mark Miller $1,000. While Don Bruggeman may have placed the bet, all he has to show is this Twins pin. If he only knew then what he knows now, he might have shelled out some of his own money.
I guess I feel that at the time I didn't think it was worth the effort and the money. Hindsight is good. I wish I would have done it right now.
Back at the Millers, they're confident the Twins will win the series, and they'll also score big. In Annandale, Bernie Grace, News 11.
At one time, the odds in Las Vegas were 80-1 for the Twins, but they were lowered in March when the Twins acquired relief pitcher Jeff Reardon.
The first game of the Riverboat Series downriver is just about an hour away.
Tom Ryther and Paul Mages are in St. Louis, where Game 3 is about to begin.
Hey, I'll tell you, we're in St. Louis. We may be staying here because I think our feet are going to be frozen to the ground down here. It is very, very cold out here tonight.
Well, a lot of people think Missouri is so warm. This reminds me of the World Series at this very stadium in 1968. The Cardinals and the Detroit Tigers. It snowed down here, and if it doesn't snow tonight, something's wrong.
Why don't you show everybody what you have here in your hand?
Yes, they're making fun of our Homer hankies down here. Look what they do.
They were handing these out just a short while ago. They brought in truckloads of them, and they were simply giving them away to everybody. So they're trying to obviously catch on with the Homer hanky. Yeah,
the owners of the Cardinals.
Yeah, they own everything around here, don't they?
That's right.
Yeah, absolutely. I'll tell you what, right now, let's do, Tommy, you did a story earlier today on Busch Stadium, right?
As a matter of fact, the big thing on Busch Stadium, Paul, is that everybody said it's so big, and the Cardinals are saying that they're going to handle the Twins in here because it is so big. But the Twins, well, they say that nothing is going to stop them in their quest to win this whole World Series.
The Metrodome is a hitter's dream. Controlled, ideal weather conditions, fast AstroTurf surface, and short fences. Busch Stadium in St. Louis also has artificial turf, but it is bigger, a lot bigger. In fact, the St. Louis Cardinals claim that 2 of the Twins' 4 home runs hit at the Dome last weekend would have been outs in St. Louis. But the bigger playing surface favors line drive hitters who can hit the gaps, turning singles into extra base hits.
It seems like it's a pretty big park to the alleys.
But just as the Twins have geared their style of play toward the dimensions of the Metrodome, the Cardinals have geared theirs toward Busch Stadium. And that is the major reason the Cardinals think that putting the Twins in a whole new ballpark has made tonight a whole new ball game.
Tom, you're on the air.
Am I? There's great music.
You're trying to stay warm.
It's a great, listen to that music. I love this.
Why don't you show everybody the hat you got? There you go.
I'm going to endear myself to all these.
Put your head down there, Jeff. You get a shot of that.
All right. Get to get that?
There you go.
I'm geared.
You're making everybody jealous. Let's go back to the studio so you and I can go back and hide out in the truck, huh?
No, you sure you guys don't want to stay out there a little bit longer and get a little bit more frozen? That way, by the time the game starts, you'll be ready for it.
Keep warm.
Thanks, guys. Well, WCCO Television and the Post Office are getting their wrist slapped tonight by Major League Baseball. WCCO Television violated the broadcast rules Sunday by going live inside the stadium before the game was over. Technicians won't be allowed inside the stadium for the rest of the World Series games, and the Post Office has been asked to stop printing Twins commemorative stamps because they failed to get the league's approval first.
And tonight, one of the Twins' biggest fans has even more memorabilia to decorate his hospital room. A load of Twins trinkets were delivered to Chris Cicenti's hospital room today. Chris is fighting a battle with cancer, and his faith in the Twins just keeps his spirits up. Chris now has his very own Homer hanky to wave when he watches the game tonight.
And I'm sure he'll be waving it. Still to come in News 11, a celebration on downtown's most famous street.
A true love affair with Nicollet Mall and one of its businesses.
Until now, plowing through what the snowplow left behind was one of winter's toughest challenges. Now, Toro introduces the exclusive PowerShift snow thrower. The PowerShift automatically puts more weight on the front for a more powerful bite on winter's toughest snow. The new Toro PowerShift. The only challenge left? Getting out of the driveway to go buy one.
Save up to $100 on Toro 2 stages at Philippi, Bremer, Gregerson.
Severe weather has messed up another Monday morning. If you don't have to go out, don't.
Got important things to do. Goodyear always gets me through.
The Goodyear Vector has a self-cleaning tread for extra traction through snow. And some people have learned to make the most of it.
Unfortunately, 5 more inches are heading our way.
Goodyear, take me home.
At MedCenter's Health Plan, we cover you for routine physicals. We cover you for visits to the doctor's office. We cover you for hospital stays and much, much more. While some other plans, maybe even your plan, try to get by with much, much less. MedCenter's Health Plan. Your coverage better be this good.
Furnaces are boring.
What?
They should be boring. If they make a lot of noise or give you big bills, then they're not boring, and that's bad. Here's a Weathermaker gas furnace by KARE. Wonderfully boring. Heats for 40% less than typical older furnaces. Boring furnace. Memorable savings.
Yeah!
Buy yours now with no payments or interest till spring. Call for details.
Call your neighborhood Carrier dealer today.
A family of 3 is homeless tonight after fire destroyed their North Minneapolis duplex. Overnight, firefighters worked to get at the back porch and second floor of the duplex at 1017 22nd Avenue North. It took more than 2 hours to get the fire under control. Damage is set at $20,000.
Tonight, police are holding a man who allegedly fired shots in a South Minneapolis neighborhood. The suspect was picked up this morning at 31st Street and 4th Avenue. Witnesses say he fired shots in the neighborhood. He's also being investigated for robbery in another city. Police recovered $57,000 in cashier's checks and other property.
It's hats off to the Nicollet Mall tonight. It's celebrating its 20th anniversary today. And just like Mary Tyler Moore, hundreds of people wearing red hats gathered today in the Crystal Court. And the anniversary celebration included the Nicollet Bear. News 11's Ken Speak reports on one business on the mall that makes celebrations their business.
Rush's Bridal Gowns. Been in business for nearly 40 years now. Been here at 927 Nicollet since 1955. There have been a lot of gowns displayed on the window mannequins in that time. For that matter, there have been a lot of mannequins in the window. The folks here figure they've sold some 60,000 wedding gowns in that time. They say they've been selling gowns to daughters of some of their original customers for years now.
And I like it better as I'm fluffing up the sleeves here. It looks gorgeous, it really does. I like this.
Hey, how was the buying trip?
It was hectic, but there's a lot of fun things coming in, some really cute dresses coming in.
That's always good news to Andy Rush. Attractive merchandise is one of the things that keeps his company successful. And while he feels the mall outside his store has not really made a whole lot of difference to his company, he feels the mall has helped make downtown Minneapolis successful.
It's helped keep downtown valuable. It's one of the best downtowns in the country, and the mall is an indication of the support that business and the city council and downtown council have given Minneapolis.
That's why Andy Rush likes the mall. It's a neat place that's made a difference for downtown Minneapolis, and it's an indication to him the city cares for its businesses. Ken Speak, News 11 on the Nicollet Mall.
And the Rushes say they plan to stay with the mall for years to come.
Looks like winter-like weather is here to stay for a while.
Paul Douglas says the forecast for News 11 comes right back.
Dayton's is having a big sale. Exactly how big is big? You get the idea. Dayton's Jubilee Sale. It's the really, really big one.
Pat Royce has some pretty strong ideas of how sports should be played.
Royce? The guy's a hack.
And he doesn't pull any punches.
He doesn't know a typewriter from second base.
He tells it like it is.
Royce? He's a close personal friend of mine.
Pat Royce. Read him in the St. Paul Pioneer Press Dispatch. Nobody else brings you the news like this.
Amin Z Oriental Rugs, 1408 West Lake Street at Hennepin, is closing its doors for good and time is running out. 60% off. I repeat, 60% off the entire inventory of handmade Oriental rugs.
For a long time, I've wanted a fine Persian carpet, and with this grand selection and at these prices, I've found the one that I want.
The selection at Amin Z is so good, the price is so low, I bought 2 rugs.
Come in and join the hundreds of satisfied customers who have selected their quality handmade Oriental rugs at Amin Z's going out of business sale. 1408 West Lake Street at Hennepin.
In business, changes are just a fact of life. For example, you can type something perfectly, and then new information comes in.
Okay, that's perfect, but would you change the opening?
Maybe that's why secretaries prefer Xerox typewriters.
Oh, and add that column.
They make revisions easy. In tests, 8 out of 10 people preferred a Xerox typewriter to other leading models, even an IBM.
And that's it, okay?
No problem.
Xerox, the perfect typewriter for the way business really is.
Around the Lovin' Country tonight, Twins mania is strong enough to reach down the Mississippi to St. Louis. In Arden Hill, students from Valentine Hills Elementary School dressed in Twins uniforms and sang songs for their team. And of course, no pep rally is complete without a giant Homer hanky. And the St. Paul City Council members who are Twins fans are coming home to roost. They are warning the Cardinals that the Twin Cities is not a place to nest, and they better not plan on coming back here to win any games. And at the Hubert H. Humphrey Charter Terminal, Twins fans boarded a plane to deliver their own Twins messages. They're off to the Cardinal City to see the Twins and make some noise Minnesota fans are now famous for.
And we want to correct a story that we aired a few moments ago about the restrictions against WCCO personnel assigned to the World Series. The station personnel are being banned from the press box during World Series games, but they may enter the stadium. We reported that CCO was banned from the stadium.
Well, Paul Douglas is here, and when we saw Paul and Tom down there in St. Louis, they looked mighty cold.
I feel bad for them, too.
Oh, yes, you do.
Breaking your heart.
Just a little bit.
Nah.
Not even that.
Not even a tinge of sympathy.
Yeah, I see.
They're down there seeing the game. Actually, it's going to be a lot of fun down there, but it is going to be chilly. At last report, 47 degrees in St. Louis at Busch Stadium. Winds up around 20, 25 miles an hour. The wind chill, 26.
So is it colder down there than here?
With the wind chill, it's comparable.
Oh, okay.
I'd say it's real darn close. So the weather is going to be a factor, maybe for the players and certainly for the fans. I don't think they're going to be shouting too loud. They're going to be trying to conserve their energy to stay warm. Up in Duluth, folks up in that area, well, they're getting into the Christmas spirit a little early. This was the scene this morning. 1 to 2 inches of snow fell, enough for a snowball battle. Enough for a 15-car accident up in the Hibbing area, but these kids didn't seem to mind too much. Here in the Twin Cities, we saw just about a coating of snow early this morning, enough to look out your window and say, gee whiz, it's snowing. Not enough to cause any major problems. There were a few minor fender benders on area highways early this morning, right around 5:45 this morning, just before rush hour, enough to whiten up a few lawns. Let's check live Doppler, a polka dotting of snow showers now. From about, Coon Rapids and Maple Grove southeastward to Hastings and Red Wing, there could be a snow burst in your backyard over the next couple of hours, maybe just enough to whiten up some lawns and fields between now and about 7 or 8 this evening. Skies will try to clear out late tonight and tomorrow, even a few renegade snow flurries in our backyard at this moment. The thing I want to stress, Thursday another clipper pays us a visit, and that clipper could squeeze out a couple of inches of snow somewhere in central Minnesota, possibly even right here. Just what you wanted to hear as you gag on your dinner. Let's check out and see what's happening right now in the backyard. 41 was the high today. The normal is 59. Mostly cloudy skies, a few flurries, 38 degrees with a west wind at 14 and gusty. The dew point 29. I will resist the wind chill as long as humanly possible. The humidity 70% of the barometer, 30-15 and on the rise. The view from outer space, you can see the low clouds capable of just a few light snow flurries and snow showers. There have been a few bursts of heavier snow. And again, don't be shocked if you see one of those snow showers this evening, especially if you live in western Wisconsin. There are the clouds moving into St. Louis. There could even be some snow flurries in St. Louis late tonight. Temperatures during the game, low 40s, wind chills, upper teens and low 20s. It is going to be a cold game. Here's the view right now from coast to coast. High pressure will gradually clear us out late tonight. The sun will make a cameo appearance tomorrow. But here comes clipper number 2. It's going to come racing southeastward. Light snow developing probably late tomorrow night. And there is a potential, especially north of the cities, for enough snow to shovel and plow up towards St. Cloud, Brainerd, Mille Lacs. Just what you wanted to hear, right? A lot of skiers pretty excited, though, I'll bet. Forecast for tonight, just a few flurries and snow showers, 27 to 32. Partly cloudy tomorrow, dry during the day, 37 to 42. A potential for wet snow, though, late Wednesday night into Thursday, especially north of the cities. Flurries taper off Friday, some sun returns for the weekend, but chilly as far ahead as we can see as winds continue to blow out of Canada. A downright alarming winter forecast from a so-called expert tonight at 10 o'clock. Won't want to miss that, Diane, Kevin.
All right.
Okay.
Maybe you will. Maybe you will on second thought.
No. We won't want to miss it.
Coming up next in sports, the Twins.
And we'll go back to Busch Stadium in St. Louis, where Game 3 of the World Series is about to begin.
Over 17 million people now use a new kind of credit card.
The Discover Card.
A credit card that charges no annual fee. In fact, this credit card pays you money. A yearly cashback bonus every time you use it.
Pays you back.
Why pay for a credit card when this one pays you?
The Discover Card.
For people who expect value, use it at places like these.
Stauffer Seeds, America's fastest growing seed company. Pride, the biggest little seed company in the Northern Corn Belt. And Northrop King with over 100 years of experience. Now these three companies are working together. Introducing the new Northrop King, the second largest seed company in America, bringing you seeds and service that are second to none. The new Northrop King, the second largest seed company in America.
Heat your home with Bryant's Efficient Formula Gas Furnace and get 1 month of free gas. Or heat your home with the Ultra Efficient Plus 90 Furnace and get 2 months of free gas. Formula and Plus 90 from Bryant. Up to 97% efficient and fired up with free gas.
In the St. Cloud area, call Lion Sheet Metal and Heating. And in St. Paul, call Midwest Equipment Company.
Twins, and more twins.
Yeah, I don't think we're going to get tired of this thing. Let's hope that they can wrap this thing up in 2 games because it's getting pretty cold down there. It'd be nice to get them home where it's warm, or semi-warm anyway. It's just about showtime in St. Louis, Game 3 of the World Series. The Twins with a big chance now to take a commanding 3-zip lead with a victory and shut Cardinal manager Whitey Herzog up. Whitey has went on record as saying the Twins aren't good enough to win either the American or National League East divisions as they're constituted, and he says they've done well in the playoffs mainly because of the 2 days off to rest Viola and Blyleven. Wake up, Whitey. Travel days are part of the World Series and the playoffs, and that's the way it goes. It's chilly and windy in St. Louis right now. We know that. And Whitey will probably complain about that tonight as well if the Cardinals lose. Twins are loose but agitated by Herzog's comments, and that may be enough to keep them warm tonight. The Twins would like nothing more than to win this thing in front of Whitey and the St. Louis fans. Tonight's starting pitchers, Les Straker, who really needs to throw strikes and not try to be so cute with his pitches like he was in Detroit, against John Tudor of the Cardinals. It's a pretty decent matchup. With more on tonight's Game 3, let's go live to Busch Stadium where our Jeff Passel is standing by. Jeff?
All right, Randy, we were here earlier at 5 o'clock, and again, the crowd around the batting cage is starting to thin out a little bit. Some of these media people are wising up and getting back inside. Temperature dipping down into the 40s here tonight. And we showed you the wind blowing out earlier. Take a look at the flags again now here. Check that out. The wind is picking up here at Busch Stadium, so the wind is blowing out. But the players are hoping they don't hit one on the fist tonight because it's going to sting. It is chilly. We'll see if Les Straker can handle John Tudor, and we'll see, like you said, if the Twins can shut Whitey Herzog's mouth. We go back to you. We'll have more tonight on News 11 at 10, as well as our post-game show.
All right, thanks very much, Jeff. Let's hope so. Again, Game 3 of the World Series tonight in St. Louis. We will cover the game inside and out in our extra inning program that will be on tonight at 10:35, right after our news, if that's the way it turns out tonight, if the game gets over in time. That will be right here tonight, our extra innings program, and we will hear from the players. The Vikings will keep one scrub player from its replacement team. Stafford Mays, an 8-year veteran, will stay on. He's 6'2", 225-pound defensive lineman. Ironically, he was cut by the team in training camp. High school football this afternoon in Minneapolis. Edison kept their record perfect. Joe Dietzick with 1 of 2 touchdowns on the day for him. Edison quarterback Mike Munson hit Chuck Gallagher in a 28-yard scoring strike to make it 21-zip. Edison wins the game 28-6 over Southwest. Creighton also a winner over Humboldt today, 41-0. And a reminder, the World Series game or not tonight, we will have our Prep Sports Extra with highlights and all the scores around the metro area tonight at 10 o'clock.
I can understand Herzog. If I was losing, I'd make every excuse in the book,
well,
too.
Whitey has a tendency to be that way. He's an irritating person anyway, but he's been saying a lot of comments, and this is not the time to be saying these things to get the Twins even more upset. I mean, it doesn't make any sense to me, but we'll find out.
Okay, all eyes are going to be on Minnesota's heroes tonight.
So we'll leave you with a tribute to the guys who've captured our hearts. Good night. We'll see you at 10.
Yes, I get by with a little help from my friend, with a little help from my friend.
Budget Power, the home improvement expert, brings you store-wide savings during the Sale-a-thon sale. Save on the bold look of Kohler. Sink into Kohler's luxurious bubble massage, the essence of bathing luxury. Features body contour designed for deep soaking pleasure. Experience a world of warm, soothing bubbles with Kohler. Handcrafted furniture-quality Omega solid oak vanities are all on sale. Add elegance with the new space-saving European-style slimline vanities or the unique new corner vanity. Shop the Sale-a-thon sale at Budget Power, the home improvement expert.
Now let Wix make your living room more versatile, free. When you buy any of these room-expanding sofa sleepers for only $699.99, you get a matching $499 love seat free. Casual, contemporary, or country. The matching $499 love seat is free when you buy the sleeper for just $699.99. And no payments or finance charges till February 1988 with a Wix charge.
Wix, surprisingly Wix.
Camera, action! Hi, I'm here to tell you about our practically free checking.
Excuse me, but First Minnesota money market checking is free with the low minimum balance. Plus, you're in high rates.
Well, there's no interest on ours, actually.
And you get a credit card with no annual fee.
Oh, really?
Tax, too. And you can bank at over 50 offices.
What's your bank again?
First Minnesota, what's yours?
First Minnesota, the new bank.
I'm John Stone.
And I'm Amy Powell. Wednesday morning, we'll review Game 3 of the World Series.
And a special tribute to Kirby Puckett on Sunrise at 6.
What are Hollywood's most dared